Hello again, Stampers. I am Melissa Stout, the Stamp Doc, and I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 22 years. Today, what I am presenting to you is the Paper Florist card class that I am offering. It is available as a class kit by mail until April 1st, and you can get that on my website, which is thestampdoc.com. I also will have a tutorial. There are 4 cards total, so you will see videos for all 4 of these cards, and the tutorial covers all of your measurements, your supply list, as well as a photo guide to what to die cut and how to put all of this together. So we're going to do our second card today, and this is a picture of it here. I'm going to go ahead and put that as a solo layout so that you can see it a little better. And let's see here. I have to always remember how to do this. There we go. All right, so hopefully you can see that pretty well. All right, so the only thing that we're not going to be doing on this is the little Feel Better Soon. This is from the Want It to Say dies, and this is not included in the class kit by mail, but these are available in my Stampin' Up! Online store. You can also add them onto the class kit with no additional shipping or tax. So that is a great way to get those dies as well, and it does have some great sentiments for you to use. But I am going to show you an alternative sentiment that you could stamp on there and just how you can do that. And again, you'll get everything you need to do the flowers, but you will need to do your own sentiment on there. So let me set this one aside. I'm just going to set it right there so you can keep an eye on it. On each one, I take a photo of these pages so you can see everything that you need to die cut to create that card. So every little piece that needs to happen, you're going to have a picture of that so you know what to do. All right, when you get a class kit, you're going to get supplies to make 2 cards, 2 of each card. So 8 cards altogether. I'm going to go ahead and dump all of those. So I went ahead and cut everything you saw on that last page. And then I have my pre-cut card base and my top layer here and my inside piece. So I'm going to go ahead and put my inside piece in the card base and then just set that aside. If you wanted to stamp on that, now would be a good time to do that as well. So we're going to put that there. And I mentioned in my first video that there are a few supplies that you might want to have. And we're going to grab our silicone sheet because that is very handy. And I will have all of these supplies listed below as well. Before we get too much further, I've got to reach back and get a blending brush and a basic gray stamp pad. So I decided to give this a little bit more of a distressed look. And we're going to just go ahead. So this is Smoky Slate cardstock. And I'm going to start by stamping this little sentiment up here in the corner. So I want to make sure I get that inked up really good. I'm going to put it there, and then that way I can work around it. So this sentiment says, thinking of you, praying for you, hoping with you. And this is from the Comforting Thoughts stamp set. And if you're saying, I don't remember seeing that in the catalog, that's because this is an online exclusive. So it's only available online. My reason for ordering it was basically it has Cancer Sucks on there. So we can all agree on that one. I like this one too. It says there is no good card for this. I think there's lots of times where we could use a card that says that. So this is one of my new favorites, and it's just great to send a comforting thought to someone. So along with that, I want to distress the edges. I just want to ink those up a little bit. So I'm going to take my blending brush, and I'm just going to go around the edge here and give it a little bit of ink on there. And my table is a little wobbly. I'll try not to wobble it too much. I guess if it is too wobbly, go ahead and fast forward through this part. This does take a little bit of time, and you can add as much of this or as little as you like. but it is really, really subtle. But again, that will stand out against that smoky slate base. And it just adds a little interest to that. Go. All right. So you can see I've just got just a little interest on there. And now we are ready to start putting our flowers together. So I'm going to start by doing the little tulips. I think that's what these are. And I found just turning this over, and again my glue is challenging me today. Let's get that to go. Okay, that should do it. Just a little on each one of those, and then we're going to place these little tulips on there. And that may not, I think that is the right one. There's 3 different sizes, and it is a little hard to tell, but you just want to get those as close to normal as possible. And there we go. We have 2 of these, and I just like to let them sit here and dry for a little bit, because they will wobble some. And we have 2 that we have to do. So again, just there we go. That's the glue. And, oops. Now I smeared them all over the place. See how bad that was? That's okay. We're going to be able to use that glue on another project. But that is why you use the silicone sheet, because when you do make a mess, you have easy cleanup. And actually, I'll show you how I will pick that glue up later and use it. All right, so we're just going to let those dry like that. And then we're going to take these, and we're going to take our mini dimensionals, and we're going to put those same little stars that we used in card number 1. We're going to put a mini dimensional on the back, and put that in the middle of each one of these. And you can layer these any way you like, but this was just one that looked really cute to me. And I like to offset those so the white kind of goes in between there. One more there. Now remember, I told you you're going to want that take your pick tool. This is where that's going to come in really handy, because we're going to put just a little drop of glue in the middle of each one here. I'm going to squeeze some out there. So I want just a little dab, tiny dab of glue on each one, because these little teeny tiny circles is what we're going to pick up. And so what I do is I use my little sticky end. I'm going to get some fresh sticky going there. And I'm going to pick that up, and then I'm going to take my other end here, hold that in this hand, and then just place that. So using that tool. So if you don't have one of these, it is so handy for putting small pieces like this together. I've almost got all of those. And also handy for picking up those little dimensionals. And I'm just going to cover my little glue spot there. Alright, so we've got those flowers done. We'll set those aside. Aren't they pretty? And now that these have sat for a little bit, I'm going to flip them over and just check and see if I don't need to wiggle them around a little bit. So the glue has set, but it's not fully set. And so if I need to straighten those up at all, now's a good time to do that. And then I can set them aside to dry further. So both of those look pretty good. All right, then our final flower that we're going to do, we are just going to offset a small and large one of these. And there's really no right or wrong way to do this. So I just like to make sure it kind of covers everything there. And if I need to roll it, I can. And again, we'll do that here. You don't need very much, just a tiny bit of glue on those. There's that. And then one more, ooh, big glob of glue there. And that's going to be way too much. So I'm going to take my take your pick tool and I'm going to glob that off. I am really having glue problems today, guys. I promise it doesn't normally go this way. Okay. Probably because I'm trying to go out of town today and get all of these videos done for you. I'm just going to put that there and let him cook for a little bit. Okay. All right. So now, while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and get these kind of in that glue. So that, and I'm going to put one up here. One at the top of that, in the top corner like that. And then we're also going to do one down at the bottom. So we're going to make sure, we're just going to keep this glue like in our hands here to do this. So one down here, one down there. That's your first one that you want to do. And then we're going to take the leaves. Ooh. Yep. I am opening up a new one today because this is not playing nice today. I'm going to put one over here. And we're just building a bouquet with these flowers. All right. This one's going to come over here so that they're very balanced. I think I've got, so you can see just like so. And then we've got one here in the middle. We're just going to kind of angle it right up towards our greeting there. Okay. And then the rest of these get put on with dimensionals. So the take your pick tool is also really good for getting your dimensionals up. A lot of people are great at this. I don't think I'm too good at it, but we're going to try. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. And then if you kind of just stab it, you can pick up those little dimensionals. So we're going to put this big one right here. I think that's one of the big ones. There we go. And then I'm going to take the little one here. I'm going to put a dimensional there. And again, one of the things that's nice about this die set is it has multiple on one pass for your dies. So where, you know, normally you might have to cut this 4 times, this little flower, you get 2 of the big ones and 2 of the little ones on each pass that you do on your die cutting machine. So that's kind of nice. I'm going to put this one down here. And again, don't worry, you know, if your flowers aren't exact, you know, they're going to be fine. These look really pretty no matter what. I'm just going to put this right here because I know where I want to cover, and then I'll kind of fill in from there. So I'm going to put that there. And then we're going to take this one, and we're going to want to put him right in here. You know that for sure. I'll stab that dimensional and pull it off. All right. All right. And we have our nice little floral bouquet there. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the back or on the front of the card front. And I'll show you the two versions of that. So here we go. Okay. And there is that one. So you can see it's got that nice little greeting. Or if you prefer a bolder greeting, you have this one here. So two versions, and just, you know, we're using the same supplies, just positioning those a little bit differently. All right, so thanks for watching. I still have 2 more cards to share with you, so stay tuned and check back for that tomorrow. Thanks.